Good morning and welcome to Pharmacomms TV. This morning I'm joined by Davidek Herron, Head of Digital Platforms and Operations at Teva Pharmaceuticals. Good morning, Davidek.
Hey, Adrian, how you doing? Thank you for having me today.
No problem at all. Absolutely fantastic to have you on. So if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself, just introduce yourself very quickly to our audience, that'd be fantastic.
Perfect, thank you. So my name is Davidek Herron. I'm actually residing currently in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, but originally I'm born and raised in New York, and I've been living in Europe now for the past 4 years. Currently, I work for Teva Pharmaceuticals, and I run digital operations and in marketing.
It's great to kind of get your input about how the industry is performing currently, obviously under COVID restrictions. So question number one is, would you agree COVID-19 has been a catalyst to catapult the pharma industry as a whole throughout digital transformation?
Yes, great question, Adrian. I think this is a yes and a yes, right? So what we're seeing from a data perspective is it's the reality. We have thousands of, let's say, sales representatives, medical representatives. They're not able to contact our customers like we have in the past. And as you know, people are a really strong pillar around what we do in our industry because we leverage them heavily around just communicating our information, getting the right resources to our customers when they need them, whether it's on the HCP side, patient support, or even on the pharmacy B2B side. So the facts are, right? We're not able to get in front of our customers. So a lot of companies who were prepared for this actually had somewhat of a smooth transition, right? So if you can look at some of the global data, we've seen a spike of over 594% globally for, let's say, email sends from representatives. That's just coming from one platform. And for virtual meetings, we've seen over 1,000% increase. So we're talking about, if you go back to January, we were sending maybe globally 1,000, let's say, meetings, virtual meetings with our customers, versus now we're close to the 780,000 last month, which I saw from the records. And this is global data, which I'm using from a platform, not just Teva. So we did see a huge spike, which is exciting for someone in my space, right? Running the digital transformation for Teva, it's really accelerating our strategy.
What is your vision of 2021?
Yeah, so the new normalcy, what we call it, right? And what does the storm look like when it finally settles? And then this transition has been happening since I've been in the industry, right? About the last 10 years, where we've seen access to certain customers continue to decrease year over year. And now again, with COVID, that literally just accelerated to the umph power. So this actually does forces some of the big players and small players to think differently. And really, this whole process is change management. It's people behind this that's really driving it. And it comes down, Adrian, to really how do we best support our customers, whether it's the patients, whether it's the pharmacists, whether it's our wholesalers, right, to get the right medicines to them with valuable either services or products. And I think this really, again, is challenging. And it's, again, to my point, it's exciting because for someone in my role and my peers, this literally is forcing the hand on a lot of our peers that might have been reluctant to change. So now they're looking at their annual operating plans and like, all right, I have a certain number to hit, and the only way I can do that is by leveraging certain channels. So it is exciting. I will say I've been telling a lot of people it's literally we've done in 6 months what would have probably taken us maybe 3 years in reality, right? So it's there's a heck of acceleration, and we'll see a lot in 21 to come out of it as well.
I can definitely see that you're really embracing this period of change at the moment, David. I can see that you're really enjoying it.
Yes. Again, due to the circumstances, we're no one's happy about what what we're in globally. But I think in regards to really just doing what's best for our customers and making sure we actually get medicines to patients that need it. And I think that's something we need to reflect as an industry. Sometimes we get stuck on our daily task of completing this digital aid or making sure this is done. But at the end of the day, it's really about getting medicine to someone who needs it, right? And specifically during this time when we have millions of patients globally that actually need access to something, we need to, continue to step up and collaborate and do a better job at getting those medicines to them.
Okay, brilliant. So question number 2 is deep diving into a little bit more about your role at Teva and how is Teva continuing to develop their digital communication strategies to deliver more on patient value due to the ongoing, obviously, face-to-face restrictions we currently find ourselves in between the healthcare professional, the patient, the pharmacist, the sales rep, for example?
So I'll talk about the pharmacy side first, right? So as you know, Teva, we're the largest manufacturer of drugs globally, and our main goal is to make sure we can get high quality medicines to our pharmacists, right? And specifically during this situation, right, we saw that, you know, supply chain played a huge role in this. TGO, all these efforts, I mean, we had to collaborate to make sure we can get this supply to these pharmacists. With that said, knowing that the pharmacists were dealing with certain situations, we actually had to accelerate our strategy. So I will be clear, our strategy has not changed since, you know, 2019, 2018, when we first kicked off this transformation efforts. Again, it's only accelerated. So a lot of the, let's say, the digital relationships we've already, let's say, embraced and taken upon. And we've had, to our luck, a really good, let's say, you know, access to our customers, right? So they understand where they can find service from us. They understand how they can order from us potentially online without the rep coming to them face to face. So I think, again, it's accelerate that vertical to the point where now we're ideating even more with our pharmacists to really see how we can best serve them with things such as, you know, AI recommendations, product recommendations, things such as that. So it's really helping them drive their business to meet the ultimate need.